Hi there and welcome to another video. In this video I just want to talk to you about connecting to the Hypervolt via Wi-Fi and the problems I've been having. But first, if you're having problems right now and you need to connect to your Hypervolt, what's the best thing to do? Well, number one, the best thing to do is to basically go out and reset the Hypervolt. Now there isn't an on-off switch on the Hypervolt, but what you need to do is you need to find the fuse box that the Hypervolt is connected to and basically turn off the Hypervolt at the fuse, leave it about 10 seconds and then turn it back on again, and the Hypervolt will reboot and everything should connect again via Wi-Fi. Now if it doesn't after that, the best thing to do is to basically phone up Hypervolt themselves and speak to them on the support line or email them, but I would probably recommend phoning them up if you're in a hurry. Now, if you've got kind of connection problems and you've got more time to spend on this topic, then we'll go into that problem now. If you've got your Hypervolt connected via Wi-Fi, then you may be having some connection issues. Now, I've had similar connection issues and I'm going to tell you how I solved them. And also an ongoing kind of little problem that I've got with the Hypervolt as well, but I'll mention that at the end of the video. Now, if you've got Wi-Fi issues, you may find that the Hypervolt is just too far away from your router outside, as it may be trying to get through several walls and things like that of your house. Now the easiest thing to do is to probably go outside and stand next to the Hypervolt and connect to your home router, your home broadband through your mobile phone, and just have a look at the top of your mobile phone signal and just to see how many bars you kind of get on that while you're standing next to the Hypervolt. Another way to do that is to download an app. Now on Android, I use an app called Wi-Fi Analyzer. Now if you install that, I'll put a link to that in the description below, but if you install that and open it up, you should be able to see your router in the list, as well as probably your neighbour's routers and things, and it will give you a signal strength on there in dBs. So this signal strength in dBs, what is a good dB rating? Well, basically, if you're getting anything kind of worse than a minus 80 dBs connection, then it's going to be unstable and probably not going to be getting a very good connection at all. If you're seeing something like minus 69, minus 70, minus 65, anything like that, then it should be okay. Your connection strength should be okay. Obviously, if you're getting something like minus 60, minus 50, minus 30, then you're getting a very good signal strength in that location. But obviously stand next to the Hypervolt and run that app to see what kind of dBs rating you're getting. Don't stand right next to your router, as you should get a very good signal from there. Now the next thing you could check is by logging into your router's control panel. Now every router is different, so I'm not going to go into detail on that, but you should have details or from your broadband supplier about how to get into your router. Now most modern routers have a 2.4 gigahertz and a 5 gigahertz signal frequency. Now the 5 gigahertz, although it's a very fast signal, it's not very good at going through and penetrating several walls. So in my house, my Hypervolt has to go through about 3 or 4 walls before it reaches it. And what I discovered by going into my BT Smart Hub 2 is that it was stuck on the 5 gigahertz signal. So what I needed to do was actually move it over to the 2.4 gigahertz. Now on the BT Smart Hub, I can't actually split the signals and the bands, but what I can do is I can turn off the 5 gigahertz. So what I was recommended to do was to turn off the 5 gigahertz, allowing the Hypervolt to connect to the 2.4, and then once it had done that, then turn back on the 5 gigahertz in the router admin area so that everything else in my house could connect to the 5 gigahertz. In the end, I didn't need to actually do that because I bought a Wi-Fi extender, and I'm coming on to that next. So if your Hypervolt is connecting on the 2.4 gigahertz frequency and you're still not getting a very good signal and your dB value is very low, then what can you do? Well, the next thing you can do is look at buying a Wi-Fi extender. Now for my BT Smart Hub, I basically went out and bought some of the black BT discs. Now I actually bought one of those used on eBay and stuck it inside my garage so that I could get a better signal going out to the Hypervolt. Now, if you don't have a BT Smart Hub router, and you may have a various different other makes, you can buy some different Wi-Fi extenders. Now, the two that have been kind of recommended on the Facebook group of the Hypervolt Facebook group, and I'll put a link to that in the description below. There's also a link to that actually on Hypervolt's own website, are the TP-Link extenders. Now, the first one that is recommended is the TP-Link AC 1200 universal band range extender with 2 external antennas, and that model is the RE305, and that's currently on Amazon for about £30 to £35. I'll put a link to that in the description below. And the second one that you might want to look at is another TP-Link range extender. This is the RE300. That also has 2 internal antennas, and it's currently on Amazon, for about £20 to £25, and I'll put a link to that one in the description below as well. So check those out, because they may solve your problems by adding a range extender somewhere closer to your Hypervolt. Again, once you've installed that sort of thing, you then need to go outside, stand near your Hypervolt, get the Wi-Fi analyzer app, and then see basically what your dB signal strength is then. Now, once I'd set up my BT black discs in the garage, I didn't have a connection problem anymore, but I just wanted to tell you about another problem that I have been having when I lock the charger. Now, what's happened is sometimes I don't use the charger for kind of 7 to 10 days, and what I find myself doing is I seem to lock the charger via the app when I'm not using it for some reason, probably for security, or I just feel better sort of for locking it when I'm not using it. And what I'm finding is that after kind of 7 to 10 days of it being locked, I find that I then can't connect to it again and unlock it, which is a real pain. So I don't know if that's a bug or if it's been actually tested by Hypervolt, but I'm hoping it's going to be fixed. And if you're watching this video, then in the future, then it may be already fixed. But that's just a small problem that I'm still having at the moment. I'm wondering if the Raspberry Pi inside is actually just going to sleep after so many days and not waking up or something like that. But it is still an issue that I have, and I still have had to go and reset the fuse, flick the switch, let it rest, and come on, turn it on again. And then it's fine, to be honest, and I can unlock it. So the connection is kind of being lost somewhere there, even though the Wi-Fi signal is pretty strong. So I just wanted to let you know about that one if you're having that sort of problem as well. I haven't found a solution to that one. Well, I hope that's helped. If you liked the video, give us a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.